Okay, this is, are we rolling? Yeah, we are. This is the garage overhead door opener video. This door has a spring on it, self-closing spring. So we're good there. Okay, the control button should not be farther, should not be closer, excuse me, to the threshold, to the floor, than 5 feet, and it's not. Now, if you stood up on this bench, that could happen, and little hands could get up here. But technically, the button is located as it should be. It probably would have been better if it was installed on this wall, so somebody couldn't use this built-in as a shelf. So just be aware of that. We should have a warning notice posted right here on the door button. We should. Now over here on the first panel, we're noticing a couple things, one of which is we have water stains along the first panel, where water's been splashing on the sidewalk outside, on the driveway outside, the hard surface, the flat work. It's been splashing on that and splashing back on the door, and it's been causing a little discoloration. Our optic sensors should not be farther from the garage floor than 6 inches, and they obviously are. So the optic sensors are too high. A cat can get underneath there, or a kid. We should have a pull handle inside of the door, which we do not. Some people use these ribs, and you're going to bend them and distort them. That's not what these are for. Those are for reinforcement. They're not for operation. So this door does not have a pull handle inside of it. If we lost our power to the door, we can use our emergency disconnect. We can use that and then operate the door manually in the meantime until we got it fixed. So there's that. Now, if you do lose power and have to use the manual or use it manually, then you might want a door lock inside of the door. But until that happens, this door lock should be decommissioned and put a bolt right in there. Because what can happen here, you lock the door, forget about it, push the control button, or push the button inside of your car, and then this will yank the door all out of place, damage the door. That could be an expensive repair just because of some negligence. So that should be foolproof, if you will. And we should have spring tension stickers on the inside corners of both of the corners of the first panel, and we should have a warning notice, just like the warning notice that we should have over here. We should have a warning notice. It usually looks like a child being crushed. Some people call it instructions, call it what you will, but we do not have a warning notice. We do have our emergency release pull. We do have our springs, our counterbalance springs. Our garage luminaries, okay, should have protective prism covers on them. Fluorescent lamps are nasty when they explode. And people come in here with a ladder or something, and that's okay, but that's not the door. That's not the door. Obviously, our courtesy lights are working. Okay, so now all we have left now is to test the safety reverse, test the operation and the safety reverse. Now, I made a business decision to do no harm. I do not do block test. I have instructions baked into the inspection report where you can perform your own block test. I have that. But in the meantime, I just test it with the optic sensor. And it's in my seller's display, my inspection agreement. Open Sesame. That's in my inspection agreement. It's in the inspection agreement posted on my website. Boy, it's one loud whammer jammer, isn't it? Garage door is unusually loud. So how I test the optic sensor, okay, is that I'll push the button, I'll dance across the floor with a big old flat zombie hoof, and I'll break the optic sensor. And that's how we do it. And by the way, since it is discolored from the water coming down, we're looking around here, and I can't see any obvious, well, the only thing I can see, the only explanation I can, my best imagination, forensic imagination, is the water comes down off the top of the tiles. The rain gutter doesn't really extend much past the edge of the tiles. So the water drips. Okay, I get it. Most of the water is going to fall off of the tiles and into the valleys. But apparently we have enough drippage that comes down here so that it splashes back up and stains the bottom of the door like that. You can't really see it when it's really bright, but we can see it. We'll see it. So here we go. I'm fixing to do my dance. Little hands coming up. They jumped up here. And they reached up here. Okay. And there it is. So what did we learn? We learned that we don't have a warning notice over here. We learned that we got some water stains on the bottom panel. We learned that we don't have our spring tension notices posted on it. We learned that our optic sensors are too high. We learned that we do not have a pull handle inside of it. We do not have a warning notice inside of it. That's what we learned.